Welcome to Hot to Trot. This is not your normal horse racing podcast. I'm Ashley Eisenbiel.
And I'm Meadow Twaddle, and we're your hosts for Hot to Trot. Welcome back to another episode of Hot to Trot. It's Meadow and Ashley here, back with another episode. We just got out of a heat wave, and now we're in a whole week of rain. So, I mean, this PA weather is just, it's not for the weak. You have to be some sort of different breed to deal with this PA weather. If you want anything consistent, this is not the place for you, because you're going to get every season, every climate in a week.
PA Mile Week, we went from being 105 degrees from Monday into Thursday. And then on Penn Mile Friday, it dropped to 60 degrees. I went from wearing and dyeing and changing my clothes every hour as a camp counselor to wearing a hoodie on Friday and freezing my butt off at Penn Mile. So it's crazy. And then now we're into rainy season. I really do feel like we're in some kind of weird other country. Now we're into the rainy season this week where we're getting flooding and they're shutting down roads. It's insane.
Yeah.
No. And you know what? Out of all of these days, no matter what the weather is, we still have to care for horses. Mm-hmm. Doesn't end.
Yeah.
Not at all.
No.
They still need fed, turned out, groomed, and all the things. So that's what our industry does. And we love everyone in it, doing it every day, no matter what our crazy PA weather is. We are caring for them horses.
Yeah. Rain or shine, we're racing. So hats off to everyone who works in the industry. You are appreciated. And yeah, it's definitely, you have to be a different breed to do all this. But
I would like to put out a vote to our industry and to our viewers, what's better to care for horses in, winter in PA or summer in PA? Because I would say winter was worse, but I don't know. This summer has been insane. Parks has had to cancel a couple of days, and so is Penn National. They pulled off the turf. So it's kind of an insanity.
I know. Well, speaking of summer, we have some exciting news. We are going to do our second live episode, Adios Eve at the Meadows. We are going to head out to, well, I'm already in Washington, but Ashley will be heading out here to Washington. And we're going to do a little bit of a pre-race show, kind of highlighting the races on that Saturday. So make sure to join us for that. We're super excited.
Yeah, I can't wait. This is one of my favorite days. I also love that Adios has a theme and a flower and colors, because I'm used to that coming from Preakness. So I've already, of course, bought my dress, and it's purple, and I'm ready. I am so excited to come out. It's one of my favorite days of the year, and I just love your community out there at the Meadows. So I'm excited to see everybody and be a part of the day. And I actually get to come out for a few days. So I'm extra excited to be with you, Meadow. Maybe we'll make some more fun TikToks, because Harrah's was fun. And that TikTok did really well. The I miss you, I need you TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
I have some planned.
Yeah. So it'll be a really fun weekend. Wear your purple, come out to the Meadows. There's a lot of fun stuff planned. So definitely, if you can make it, we highly advise you to make the trip. It's a lot of fun.
Both Friday and Saturday, because we'll be there both days.
Yes.
Well, we have an extra special episode for you here today. A little crossover. We have one of the up-and-coming stars in harness racing, and, of course, another standout name in the thoroughbred PA racing circuit. So we are excited to have Tyler Connors and Braxten Boyd here with us, and we hope you really enjoy this interview. It was a little bit of a hot mess express episode. We had some technical difficulties.
Yeah, a lot of it's going to be cut out, guys, so you don't have to worry about it, but we all at one point or another lost service, and all of us couldn't hear each other at one point, and by the end of it, Braxten and I were texting each other questions and responses, and I was just reading them, because at that point there was nothing else to do. But it turned out to be a good episode. It's always good to have a crossover from the harness racing world and the thoroughbred world. They're both super young and making waves, especially on the stake circuit, and I feel like they're bringing a new energy to the racing world. They're young, they're eager, and they're ambitious, and I think that's what the sport needs. And they have some really good ideas about getting younger fans out to the tracks and, really getting the sport out there. So it was a good interview. It was good to talk to them regardless of the mess in between.
They're not only eager and excited about the industry, they are patient, and they're patient with us. So
Yes.
Thank you guys for watching. We really hope you enjoy this episode with Tyler and Braxten. I won't say we enjoyed it, but we're happy they stayed with us and we got through it. We did have fun. They were great. So I hope you enjoy.
All right, Braxten Boyd, Tyler Connor, thank you guys so much for joining us. I want to start off, Braxten, there's a huge congratulations in order. You just took the Meadowlands Pace with Madden Oaks, who's been a force on the Grand Circuit. I'm sure the feeling you can't really describe, but have you come down from the high yet?
Yes. It was pretty cool, for sure. But the way it kind of came down, it kind of stole a little bit of the high. So, it couldn't be a bigger blessing, but we did come down now. Yes.
It was a little bit of a dramatic finish, but all that matters is that you guys were the one in the winner's circle. So congratulations. You've had a massive rise over the past couple of years. Just this year, you've made your first appearance in the North America Cup and now the Pace. But let's rewind a little bit. What first got you into driving?
Just growing up in the business, working with my dad every morning as a kid. And, I just kind of always knew that I was going to be in the business in some capacity. But always hoped I was going to be a driver, just never really knew it would come true.
Tyler, I have a similar question for you. What got you into being a jockey? I know you started out in motocross when you were younger.
Yeah, I mean, kind of the same thing. I never really wanted to be a jockey, to be honest. Racing dirt bikes my whole life is all I really wanted to do, but I got hurt a few times. A couple bad back injuries and a lot of concussions, and I kind of was like, I gotta find a job. And obviously, my family's in it. My dad's trained since I was born, and my mom was a jockey before she had me, so it's sort of in the blood, and I figured I have to give it a try and take a chance.
Wow. And so you had a great summer too so far. You've been, riding the circuit a lot and Penn National at Penn Mile. You had that 80-1 shot that really turned a lot of heads that day. But give us a little rundown on how your season's been so far, because you did come back off of an injury.
Yeah, since I broke my leg, it's been a little bit tough to get back. Just winter racing in this area kind of sucks anyways. It's always slow and there's not much racing going on, so it takes a little while. And I struggle with my weight really bad, so when it's cold out, I kind of get even heavier. So yeah, the first 3 or 4 months of the year were tough, but since about May, it's been really, really well, really good. My Penn Mile Day was great again, had a few stake winners, and since turf season's kind of started, it's kind of picked up a little bit, and I've had a lot more nice horses to ride lately. So it's been really, really good the last, 8-10 weeks or so.
Yeah, I mean, the whole weight thing in the winter, I know I always put on a couple of winter pounds. You always gotta bulk up for that cold, especially in PA.
Yeah, no, it's really, really tough. And I'm a heavier rider anyway, but, sitting on the couch for 3 months, I'll be able to walk, and then having to try to lose weight and, get back down to whatever when it's 10 degrees outside is a little tough.
Tyler, with that 83-1 shot at Penn Mile, did you think that was going to happen? Did you know in your gut that horse had something special?
No, I was never on the horse before. He actually, I mean, technically on paper he had won a race, but in real life he'd never won a race. He got put up as a maiden to win. So technically it was his first real win. I think he'd been on the grass before, but it's just like allowance races and stuff, nothing like that. He broke his maiden at Colonial on the dirt, I think. So, no, I mean, clearly no one else thought I had a chance either. I was just kind of riding it, how it came up, and he loved the soft going that day, and he kind of dragged me around there. And ironically enough, his half brother
also loves the soft turf, and I went on him a couple weeks ago at Penn, also an allowance race.
And Braxton, have you ever had like a long shot like that win before for you?
Yeah, last year at in the Indiana Sire Stakes, won with one that was 120 or something like that.
Holy
Yeah,
yeah.
it was that was kind of the same situation as Tyler. The first time I ever drove it, and just all kind of worked out, hot pace, and kind of fell back into my lap.
That would have been awesome to bet on. I wish I would have bet on Tyler's horse that night. I was like, holy crap, the payout on that would have been amazing. I mean, I'm an admitted degenerate, so when I see numbers like that hit the board, I'm like, oh, wish I would have.
So Madden Oaks didn't exactly enter the Grand Circuit as a favorite either. So what's your mindset when you get behind a horse that, the crowd's not really paying attention to or people are counting out?
I'm never really too much worried about what everybody else is thinking, really. Just, I've always known since last year I have a super talented horse. And, when we drew the outside, it was kind of just, let's go give it a whirl and see what happens.
Do you ever go in with a game plan or you just kind of do your own thing and feel the horse during the post parade?
Very rarely. Because anytime there are races like, when you're like super big favorites that you pretty much know you're just going to go to the front. But no, can't really ever have one too much because other people have other things in mind sometimes too.
And how do you handle the nerves if you're nervous at all?
Not really.
You're not.
Yeah,
no, it's just another race. Yeah.
Yep.
Tyler, you won some big stakes, especially 2022. You had your 1,000 wins. And also that year you won the Grade 2 Penn Mile on wow, what a summer. So tell me, do you still get butterflies? Is it just another day at the office when you hit those big stakes? Or
I think it depends. Like locally, not really so much. If you're going to like, I don't know, somewhere new, let's say it's Saratoga or, California and stuff like that, I got a little nervous maybe. Like the Breeders' Cup was pretty nerve-wracking, even though I had like zero chance on paper. It was still like just the atmosphere kind of gets you going a little bit. Um, but no, not too much. It almost brings more confidence than anything if you're riding those kind of horses, like it's more of a calming feeling, and I feel like I ride better in that situation. Because you kind of know you have horse, you're confident in the horse and know who you're riding for, instead of riding a $4,000 horse that you have to scrub on the whole way, like it's a little easier to ride those good horses in my opinion.
Tyler, what about race day prep? Do you have any habits or routines that you do before you hit the paddock?
No, I'm not like superstitious or nothing like that. I just have to lose a lot of weight every day. So that's all I do before the races is lose weight and study the form really. But otherwise, no, nothing, no like habits or anything like that. I feel like I have to do every day to feel normal. It's just, it's all routine kind of.
What about you, Braxton? Anything?
Braxton, you don't have that problem.
Yeah, usually just kind of racing every day, so I don't really have much routine either. I'm not very superstitious as well.
You don't have to lose weight either. So that's
God.
nice.
Thank God. Yeah.
So for this one's for the both of you, as you guys are younger and talented, drivers and jockeys coming up in this industry, is there anyone that you looked up to as a mentor as you were, going through this process of becoming a driver and a jockey, Braxton?
Yeah, growing up, I drove a ton of races with Wally Hennessy and David Miller in Florida over the winters, and right when I was just starting. So those two definitely helped me and would definitely give me tips here and there, and I couldn't thank them enough because that was like going to like grad school basically for the average person.
Braxton, do you know Ron Pierce at all?
No, not really. He retired like basically right before I got started.
Yeah, I was just curious. I grew up racing motocross with his two sons actually.
Oh, really?
and I know he's a kind of a legend in the game, so I wasn't sure if you knew him at all.
Complete legend. Yeah. Yeah, he has the greatest drive of all time, for sure. I sadly never got to meet him.
Tyler, did you have a mentor?
No, I wouldn't say like any. I wasn't really close to any other riders so much as like when I started. My agent helped me a lot. Like we would watch replays and go over races, whether I was messing up or doing something differently or watching other guys do things. My mom helped me a lot with riding races and things like that, and then my dad obviously taught me how to kind of gallop and get things going because he worked for Michael Dickinson growing up, so he kind of knew how to ride a horse really well. But never like any. I didn't have any like other jockeys like sit me down and go over things or really tell me how to do things. Mostly it's just people around me.
Well, it's nice to have your mom.
Yeah, she was a pretty good rider back in the day. So, she was always pretty smart and things like that. So it was nice.
Do you have any favorite race or horse that you've worked with?
Yeah, a horse my dad trained named Morristown Jackie. He claimed when he was like 6 years old, but he was like a never won four. And he ended up winning 13 races with him. I won 11 on him. So that was really cool. He was a cool horse. He like kind of knew his people, and we actually had him claimed from us one time, and he wasn't running any good. So my dad claimed him back, and he win for us first time back at Parks. Just a cool horse, man. He knew who we were and like who loved him and took care of him, and he ran really well for us. And then I retired him on my farm when he was done. When I came back from California, and I didn't like doing much riding with him. Like my aunt would jump him a little bit and stuff like that. But I just wanted to have him around and take care of him. But he actually passed away like COVID year. He passed away from Potomac fever or something like that. So that really sucked. That was a tough one. But I got him tattooed on my arm, so I always see him. But he was definitely the coolest horse I've ever been around.
That's awesome. I love that you have him tattooed, so he's always with you. That's a great story.
Thanks.
You each have won some of the biggest races in your respective sport, but is there anything that you have circled on the radar? Braxten, we'll start with you.
Just Breeders' Crown and the Hambletonian, obviously.
Hambletonian would be awesome. I think that's one of the greatest races ever.
Yeah.
Where is that at? What racetrack?
Meadowlands. The Hambletonian.
Oh, really?
Breeders' Crown travels.
Okay.
To different places.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
What about you, Tyler?
Well, for me, there's so many. I mean, just I'm assuming the Breeders' Crown is kind of similar to Breeders' Cup, but yeah, I mean, I rode the Breeders' Cup, and it'd be awesome to win one. And obviously the Derby, Preakness, Belmont would be cool to ride, just let alone win it. It'd be cool to ride it. And pretty much any big stake at Saratoga would be pretty cool. I never got to win a race there, so that'd be kind of cool to do. But coming from where I'm at, it's going to be a little tough to do that. But we'll see.
Well, you guys are one of the most, up and coming drivers here and jockey in PA, and one of the most well known. Tyler, you're very humble. Is there any advice you would like to give any, younger drivers or jockeys that are thinking about getting into this sport? Braxten?
Just go work for somebody who does well and try to soak in as much as you can.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that. Definitely surround yourself with good people. Like you said, work for somebody that knows what they're doing and does things the right way. You don't want to work for just because they win doesn't mean they're doing things right. You want to be a true horseman and I think respect the game a little bit and stay humble. A lot of these kids get to doing well right away and they kind of get bigger than their shoes. They don't respect other people and they don't do things correctly and have class. So yeah, just be a good person and take care of the horse first.
I love that. That's a great answer. I have to give Tyler a shout out because he came out for my my camp that I did with the farm. I work with a nonprofit called Saddle at Harrisburg. In the morning, we went out to Penn National just to be there during training because that's when the kids were with us. He came out and talked to them. And then that Friday night, I gave all these kids coupons to come out because it was actually going to be Penn Mile on Friday. And it was their little graduation day. And we had a horse show. And 3 of the kids made it out to the racetrack on Penn Mile, and they had met Tyler earlier in that week. You were so nice, and you have three of now the biggest fans ever. They were literally screaming your name constantly. And Erin, she was there as well and spoke with them earlier that week, and they just had the best time. And you were so sweet, and you took the time to give them goggles and like talk to them during the races, and they got to be in the winner's circle with you a couple times too.
Yeah, no, I think it's important. You got to have, especially kids like that, like they don't get to see that kind of stuff a lot. So hopefully they remember that forever, and it kind of keeps them in the game. And we need people like that just want to be there, let alone for the money or anything else. It's all about just loving the horses. So yeah, it's good. Hopefully they stick around.
I think that was a great day, and we definitely need to get the kids out there. And I think we have I think we definitely have 3 fans for life for racing. And those dads, they had the best time of their life. Those dads were throwing back Yingling loggers nonstop. And they had a good Friday night for the dads. They said they would be coming back. They're now having a father-son night because the kids were definitely entertained all night, and they weren't even in the kids area. They were like watching the races, and they were committed. They were committed to talking about everything they learned. They would not stop asking me questions about like the starting gate and like the paddock. So that was just like a really awesome, day for them. And the fact that they all came out and were legitly, interested in the sport at their ages. I think they were like 10. So it was really cool. And they got all of their pictures mailed to them, all their winner circle pictures.
Good. Yeah, that's great.
Really appreciate that. Well, we're wrapping it up here, but we're not going to let you guys go yet. We still have to put you in the hot seat. So when you're on Hot to Trot, we get to ask you some random questions that we want to ask you that have absolutely nothing to do with horse racing. So I am going to kick it off with the first question. And Braxten, if you could have any pump-up song to go into a race played over the simulcast and the speakers at the racetrack, what would that song be?
Superstar.
I love that song.
Superstar.
Good song.
Tyler, what would yours be?
That's a tough one. I like a lot of different kind of music, so I don't know. Yeah, I there's so many that I like that like would get me in the zone, I don't know. I like Thunderstruck by AC/DC. It's pretty good. Kind of, get you kind of cranked up a little bit. And at the beginning of the song's pretty cool sounding, so I'll go with that.
I like it.
Braxten, what is your favorite show to binge on an off day?
Oh, goodness. I really only watch sports and horse racing.
Really?
Yep.
You're not like an Office guy or like Criminal Minds?
Strictly horse racing and it's golf season right now, Meadow.
Yeah, golf is good. Yeah.
Oh, I know it's on the TV all the time. It's you know what? Golf season is the perfect nap season because I don't pay attention and it's so quiet and Dad's got golf on and I'm out. So I can get behind that honestly, but what about you, Tyler?
I don't really watch like TV like casually too much, but I love The Office. That is my show. That the '70s show, and Modern Family. Like if I'm falling asleep over, I'll throw one of those on usually. But I'm a really stupid comedy fan. Like I love dumb comedy. So Tires on Netflix. I'm a big Shane Gillis fan, and that show is hilarious. It's very stupid, but it's really funny. And if you want to laugh, there's 2 seasons on Netflix right now. So,
well, the other night I made my youngest son watch Happy Gilmore with me for the first time, and he's a huge fan.
The second one comes out in 2 weeks, so I'm pumped for that.
I didn't even know that, but that is awesome.
On Netflix.
Wait,
it's so good.
This is totally off topic. Braxten, you were like a golfer, right? Or you used to golf?
Yeah, I played in.
I think I read that somewhere.
Yeah.
Really? Damn, you're probably good at it.
Well,
I'm jealous.
Not anymore. I'm not good anymore. I just like to watch.
What was your handicap? Like you shooting like 70s?
Oh yeah. Yep.
Oh yeah, I'm really jealous. That's cool. Golf is hard, man.
I used to work at a golf course.
That counts.
I was the best bev cart girl. I was in charge of it. I can cut cigars and crack beers like no one else.
You get good tips, I'm sure.
I made so much money in college, and then I would go bartend at night.
Yeah.
But I had my leagues. My leagues did well. My stay-in plays. I didn't want to give the job up. I sometimes think about going back. So you both travel a lot, so I know you guys have answers to this question. What is your favorite fast food restaurant?
All right, that's easy for me. Chick-fil-A all day long.
Nice.
Oh, Braxton's gone.
Gone. I love it.
Because why not?
He's back. Braxton, what is your fast food restaurant? I can't hear you. Meadow?
I'm texting.
We
Chick-fil-A.
quit.
He said Chick-fil-A.
Okay, yay. Yay. We're just going to text the answers now. Tyler, what is your most used emoji? Text them the question.
Most used emoji. Probably the laughing one, I think.
With the tears?
No, I guess the tears. Yeah, that's the one on top.
All right, then that's your most...
He's typing his favorite.
Hopefully...
He's typing.
Because this is no longer Hot to Trot. We are a hot mess. We're not going to edit this out. This is the episode from HE Double Hockey Sticks. And we're going to go with it. Braxton's going to send us his hot to seat questions through text message.
He's still typing. Oh, this laughing face. That's the most used.
Oh.
Yeah, the crooked head one.
Good. All right. Would you rather always make people laugh or win every argument?
I don't like to argue, so make people laugh. It brings joy, so let's go with me.
I like it. We're going to get Braxton's answer.
He can hear
through text.
He can hear us, so he's answering it as we're asking it.
Oh, yay.
He said he would rather always make people laugh.
You guys are so similar.
I know.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for joining us on Hot Mess Express, aka Hot to Trot. This has been a fun episode, one that we all struggled through, but we appreciate both of your patience and coming on with us today. And that is it. We'll let you gentlemen get back to it. I know Braxton's got a race here at noon at Poconos, so thank you, Tyler, and we'll talk soon.
Yep, thank you guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening, and thank you to the Standardbred Breeders of Pennsylvania for sponsoring Hot to Trot. We'll see you next time.